I just asked you about screen time and mobile time. Is there any guideline or any supportive time? We both do many things for our small and younger son, but still, I just want to know about the screen time. And I asked about enrollment. That is there any necessity, like any fees there, and is there any need to enroll him in the school, or he can just go with unschooling?
I think the okay, so rather than directly answering that question, let's little fast forward and say, is it to get a certificate in the first place? Do we really need a 10 certificate? Do we need a 12 certificate? Do we need a college certificate? Is that even required?
No.
If that is not required, then nothing else is required. No?
Okay.
There is no need of any enrollment.
Yes.
I can only share, I can share many such examples. Aparna is there, she can share her journey. So many others are there. But I have two children, and both of them have not given any 10, 12 college or anything.
Great.
Yeah, but let me allow Aparna.
Yeah, so I stopped my school. I went to school initially and I stopped it. And currently I haven't given any 10th or 12th or registered for an iOS. So yeah, if there is a need for future, like if it's required, I think I can write it at that time also, because NIOS doesn't have any age restrictions. But I don't think there is a need for me to write NIOS, at least at this point. And yeah.
Yeah, coming to the gadget part, that is a question for many, many, many of the parents. Uh, this is what we have experienced is like, it is not a straight answer that uh, one who either if we say that the children should not be using gadgets, or if they are using too much of gadget, it is again, as a family we co-create the need for gadgets and the purpose of gadget, and how much they use it, and what is their purpose of using it. So it is a daily, day-to-day discussions, day-to-day understanding, and day-to-day the needs. That is what we would share, because today many of our children are into the computers from morning till evening, so they are learning different softwares, they are learning, they are making their portfolios, they are researching about it, they are working on it, and it is all depending on it's all in the gadgets, so we can't say that gadgets are not part of our system, kind of a thing. So we all understand each other about the needs of why we are using gadgets, and how is it adding value, what is not adding value, and how much I can use for entertainment. All this is again a co-creation that we do with children. Devi, I hope that answers your.
Yes. So I'm actually worried about that, because there are lots of thinkings about that, and lots of thoughts, of opinions. So we also think that we cannot just disconnect them from this all the gadgets. Obviously, monitoring is another part. So we do that. I just want to assure myself that we are going on the right track or not. So I think I have the proper answer for that. Thank you.
Maybe you can also check with Aparna, how do you think about how do you use the gadget, and what is your understanding? Maybe that will help others also. In the meantime, any others have the question about how much time do we need to spend with children if they are into the open learning and anything like that, you can just connect and ask about those topics also.
Okay, so yeah, my gadgets would be like most for entertainment purpose would be for mostly movies, and I take my own time in the weekends. I tend to not watch anything in the weekdays most of the times. And I like to use my gadgets for all the meetings or my learning purposes. And for entertainment, I try to use it in the weekends, like that to not whole day I'll be watching one movie, or Saturday, Sunday one movie each day, or mostly Sunday one movie. It's what I do. Yeah.
How did you decide it,
And in the
Aparna?
weekdays also, sometimes I, like 10 minutes to 15 minutes I watch reels. So that's how I use my gadgets. And I think it was my need. My need was I wanted to watch movies, and I like watching movies. So, and I didn't want to, spend all my time in it and waste my whole day and get moved on with the rest of my other stuff, because both are equal. Like more than movie, um, exploring different stuff was more important for me. So when I saw, like, the weekends are like when I take it a little bit slow, and that's when I wanted to watch movie, or that's when like most of us watch movies. So yeah.
I just want to ask one more thing. Is there any legal aspect relating to unschooling or something that I'm actually worried about with all the things? So I'm again asking. So legally, it has any issue? It creates any issue or not? That unschooling and
What do you think? What kind of issues it will create? Like,
actually, I was CWC Child Welfare Committee's chairperson. And relating to that, that is the right of a child to get education and all these things. And again, we are breaking that rules. So sometimes I feel, is there any legal constraint that can create the chaos in his life? So I'm worried about that, and I just want to clear
yeah.
about the guidelines, educational guidelines, or everything.
Aarush, you want to share your experience? Aarush or Sushma?
Sorry, Leela, I didn't hear the question.
Is there any
I
legal aspect related to open learning? Or
legal
not
aspect.
sending, not sending children to school?
Oh, okay. So I don't see any legal aspect, but from the Karnataka state perspective, we had got some things from the Department of Education asking your son is not in the school and everything. I specified a letter, to give a letter saying that this is the reasons that he wants to be not in the school. And then I told even that if you want to meet him, he is ready to do it. And because the second time when the letter came, I went to the education department directly with my son. He was around 6 years old that time, and then he explained why he doesn't want to be in the school. So there was no reason. I think in all the education departments they maintain some list to see the vaccination part of the kids, as well as the missing kids from the state. So they use this school data for this. That's why whenever there is no school data matching, they will call. But nothing. We have not faced any legal implications or anything And they even asked us if we are part of NIOS. That time Arush was not. So we said, no, we are not part of anything, and we are pursuing this journey this way. And education department actually was very happy that somebody is thinking out of like this also. And no, I didn't see any legal things after that.
As rightly
Okay,
Sushma was
thank you so much.
sharing, even government is helping mainly to understand that if children have been sent for labor, because in some of the areas they do,
Yeah,
the
I
parents do
forgot to
send.
add that. Yes, for the child
Yeah,
labor, they use this sheet for the school in the children in school. That list they see, and they see the economic background of the parents and their everything, so that if they are sending children to work and all these things, but when they don't qualify all these things and they ask, but there is not that you have to put them in school or in NIS. The first thing it had started with me also, that either of that they should be in either of that, but there is nothing like that. And I have not put him in, registered him in any education department or NIOS or anywhere. He has not been registered anywhere.
Okay,
And just
thank
to
you.
add,
I'm
as
from
far as
actually
you mentioned
Maharashtra.
about, hello,
yes,
can I
Pranav, we
add? Can
can
you hear
hear
me?
you.
Okay, yeah. As far as you said about the right, so it's a right, so it's not an obligation. So if I don't want to school, can't, like, as a child, it's my right to have education, but it doesn't mean I have to do the education through school only. So I don't think if we interpret the law in that way, if I'm to think that way, so I don't think there should be any kind of concern in that regards. And NIOS is again government of India body, so it allows it. So I don't think there should be any problem there. None of the open learners have faced any legal issue till now. I don't think nobody has got notices at their home till date.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So just to add to what Sushma and Pranav have shared, hi everyone, my name is Dwiji. So there is a right put it in writing that we are not denying any rights. So there has not been any denial of rights. So when we took our daughter out of school, this was about 8 years ago, when she was 6 years old. She's 14 years now. And at that point, we had to give a letter to the principal of that institution and the secretary, and then copy it to the education officer, also district education officer, saying that we are voluntarily taking our daughter out of school for these and these reasons, and that we take the responsibility of her education, and that we do not hold the school or the management or the department of education responsible for our decision. But like both Sushma and Pranav shared, it's more about communicating in writing that this is what we are doing and we are not doing it under any persuasion. And that, I mean, they didn't even ask us to put anything about child labor, but they just wanted us to put these things in writing. And we did get a follow-up conversation. I had a phone call. I had received a phone call from the education department to confirm that I have written this letter, and they said, can we come and visit you? They never came and visited, but overall there was some follow-up also. So there is a legal obligation on the government to ensure that every child gets an education and their rights are not denied. So that's the extent of the legal obligations.
Yes, thank you so much. That was the actual concern, and I have got proper answers of this. I belong to Maharashtra. I'm from Maharashtra state, and I can follow these activities. I can send a letter to Education Ministry or Education Department, and I will do that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, or do that only if you're asked, Devyani. Don't bother sending any letters unless they ask you for it, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Yeah, plus one to that. So many children in Aarohi, we have never been asked anything. So just don't bother if they're not asking. Most cases, they don't even ask.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Pranav has shared a link about that. If you want to just check in the website also, you can just check.
Yes, I'll go through the link.
Sure. Any others who just want to ask anything about this?
Everybody, it's an open forum, so you can just
Yeah.
ask questions. Then probably we'll try and respond to it. So that's how we'll proceed. So whatever you have in mind, you can just feel free to ask.
Yeah, so I have a question. I mean, this is more to do with like how do we see open learning within a home setting? Because I can clearly see we are thinking of moving out of Chennai because we are living in a very, even though we are in a city, we don't know who our neighbors are. I mean, we are so disconnected from each other. The only reason that we think of moving to a community is to just live together so that our kids see other passionate people living together. But even that, there's a lot of will be lots. So just want to understand how open learning in a home setting versus in a community. I mean, or is there a hybrid option that is also? I mean, I just want to understand.
Preeti will answer this, sir. Preeti?
Yeah.
Preeti, are you there?
I take it. I was actually talking to someone else. I don't have.
Harsh was asking about when they are in the city, so how is the child being a part of the community living, experience the community living? That's what, right, Harsh?
Yeah. More to do with imagine I don't have the luxury of moving to a community, but even within the home setting, what is the possibility of doing open learning? Versus imagine in a community, what do you feel as a difference going into a community? What do you see is a positive side being together, living together, and that sort of side? Yeah.
Preeti can share both her experience being part of community living
Yes.
as well as being from home.
Yeah. So, Harish, we are an open learning community. We are an open learning family, part of Aarohi community since 4 years now. And we are in Mumbai. Actually, the campus of Aarohi is in Bangalore, 60 kilometers from Bangalore. So we are here in Mumbai, but we go once in a year to the campus, but we are part of the community on a very continuous basis, on a very regular basis, or you can say 24/7 basis. We are part of Aarohi community. So that's how. So it is called Aarohi X, Aarohi extended to your home. So we are part of that extended family. And how it helps, to be honest, in Mumbai, as you said, I think I heard that you don't even know who your neighbors are. We know who our neighbors are, but not too much in touch with them, and not too much like socializing with the neighbors. So yes, but our daughter and we as family, we all three of us, and in fact, even my mother-in-law, we all four of us, we know the whole Aarohi community who are either who are whether in Bangalore or in Surat or in Dubai or in any part of the country, wherever they are. We all four know all of them. Why? Because we are very closely connected. We are very closely knit, and we communicate. We talk on different platforms, and we keep meeting. via different for different reasons. If somebody is visiting Mumbai, then they are part of our home. If we are going to any place, we go to their places, we meet each other, and we also go for trips like trekking or surfing or any something things like that. So there also we keep meeting. So being part of community is for us as family, I can very vouch for it that it is very, very helpful. So we joined the community when our daughter was 7 years old. And that was the time when we moved from schooling to open learning setup. And being when because the community was around, we were not scared, we were not fearful, we were not insecure, we were not doubting our decision or our daughter's way of doing things. We were always very confident, and whenever there was little up and down in life, the community was there to support us. The community was there to hold our hand, and we could talk to each other, we could discuss our issues. So I can go on and on this, like whole 1.5 hour I can take. So I think I've given a little bit glimpse of whatever you were asking. Further to this, if you have any question, I am happy to share our experience.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, for that sake, if you see Mishti, her daughter, she knows each one of them in the community, Aarohi community, and she's connecting. She even all the community members are there to support Mishti, whatever it is she's doing. We all know what Mishti is doing. So that way we
Yeah,
have.
so we have this system wherein we connect online, like on Zoom also we connect very frequently, every day, not frequently, every day we connect. Then there is an app on which we are always there. We keep posting our doings all the time. So that way the whole community is all the time connected, and we all know about each other, what everybody is doing. And that way also we also get exposed to many new things which we might have not even thought in our dreams ki, okay, these things are also possible for us or for our children. But because of community being there, and because 100 people exploring different 100 things, we also get to know what others are doing, and we also get excited and motivated to experience those things. So that way, that's the kind of exposure we get as a community.
And Harish, just to add, Preeti is the wife, and we are more. We talk more on ROE meetings than at home. So that's how we are more connected through community than at home. So that's what it is.
तुमने आज ज्यादा बात तो नहीं करी मुझसे, कर लो.
Just to add a slightly different point is that when we think of the word community, there are different. I'm sure different thoughts come to people's mind. In my mind, the thought that comes if somebody asks me what is a community, I would say I am a part of a community whenever I think of something, I just don't think of my child or myself. I think of the whole group to which I belong to. So, for example, if I realize that eating chocolate wrappers is better than eating the chocolate, then I'll quickly tell everybody in my group to do this. I know that's a funny example, but the point is that that is to me the community. The whole idea that I hold everybody as important, and then everybody holds is similarly me important, and everybody is there for everybody. That's the beauty of it. Rest, it doesn't matter whether a 5-year-old is interacting with a 15-year-old or a 50-year-old. How does that matter? And in how they're interacting over a call, they're going together to a place, or they are playing together, or they're just reading each other's posts. It doesn't matter. So there are a lot of people I see, almost 25. Wow, that's a beautiful number. I'm sure there are lots of thoughts and questions. Please go ahead. Please consider this as a space where you can throw in any kind of thought or any kind of question related to you learning, your child's journey, your family's journey. And I don't think we are trying to answer the questions, but we're just sharing our views and opinions and experiences.
Also, just a reminder that today's topic is if in open learning, parents are more required for the child. So that kind of question was there, and number of times we've been like there has been in this SMOL meeting, number of times parents have asked this question. So today, specifically, if anybody has this kind of a question, please go ahead. Otherwise, all types of questions are, as Ratnesh mentioned.
I just want to ask one question. Right, we explore many places, we go to many places with our children. Obviously, that is the need of the open learning. So, tell us about the programs of Aarohi. If you conduct such kind of activities, we can come to Bangalore, we can leave, stay there, and we can do few things with your community, with our community. So if we have such kind of programs, so please let us know about that.
Yes, yes.
Leela, you can take this.
Yes, yes, Devyani. Right now, in the next, the coming 2-3 weeks is open. We do have option for a week experience at camp.
Wait, Leela. The question was not this. The question was, do you have programs? Do you have programs? No. But what happens then?
All create our own programs.
Yes, yes. It is mainly we do have a space and the community for you to come and experience this open learning.
Yeah, Devani, I think a direct answer to your question is we have whatever 7,099,863 programs everyday basis, which means every child is thinking what I want to do, learn, explore. Every adult is thinking, and we are all doing what we want to do. Preeti is doing what she wants to do, and Preeti's daughter is doing what she wants to do, and Leela's son is doing what he wants to do, and Leela is doing what she wants to do on a daily basis, and all of those are programs. And if you are part of the community, you can join any one of them. They may shoo you away or they may accept you. That is up to between you two, but that is how the community works. So there is no conducted program. Though somebody can say, I want to conduct this, then that becomes a program. Idea can come from anybody. Preeti comes with some dozen ideas every day. We have to calm her down. Thama, don't come up with so many ideas, and so on. So all of that dynamics keeps happening. Children, adults, anybody can come up with anything. That is why we call it open learning. It's open to anything and everything in the world. Uh, so for example, at one of the days at 2 o'clock in the night, we heard our dogs barking. So we woke up and we saw what is happening in our campus. So we went behind and we saw some torchlight. We shouted, "What are you doing?" Whoever they were, we didn't know who they were, and they said, "We are catching, rabbits." So immediately our response was, "Can we join you?" See, there is a program happening at 2 o'clock in the night to catch rabbits, and some of us immediately wanted to join it. And this was being conducted by strangers, as in they were not conducting it. You get the idea. They were just villagers catching rabbits, and we wanted to join it, and we joined them. We also went rabbit hunting with them. So that's the kind of open learning it is. Anything under the sun is curriculum. People talk about, let's learn maths and science. We said, let's learn about hunting rabbits first. It's equally fun. I'm not saying anything wrong with maths and science. They are amazing things as much as anything else, like kite flying or catching rabbits or doing whatever one wants to do in life.
Absolutely great. So we don't have space in Bangalore, or we do few things as a community. Do we have or not?
So again, the answer is every home is a space. So if there are families living in Bangalore, which there are, each home is a campus, right? And you can, if you're part of the community, you will be connected to them. If they are doing something, you can go to their homes.
Aarohi as a campus, Leela can talk more about it and how you can visit. Leela, you can come in now. But as such, yeah, I would say every home is a campus. You go to Preeti's house, you will get a different campus. You go to Leela's house, you will have a different campus. You go to Aparna's house, Aparna's and her parents will give you another campus. So why are we and the whole world is our campus. New York is our campus and Moscow is our campus and every place is our campus. Why should we be limited by a particular place? Absolutely. One fine day, Preeti was mentioning about surfing. 27 of us landed up in a surfing spot to do surfing together. Right, so that's the kind of they were all mix of children and adults and people who had never done surfing and people who never did surfing also. But we all landed up there. So it's like that. There is no dearth of campuses. The idea is to just connect and say, I want to do this and do this wherever it can be done. Yeah, Leela, you can little talk about the Aarohi campus and how people can be part of that. And why can they be part of that?
Yeah. So if there was somebody who was asking, like, what will be the schedule of the day? The schedule of the day is decided by each open learner. What would be the schedule like that? So if you want to come and experience this open learning, how we living together at campus, how we are doing our open learning journey, if you want to come and experience, that is where we have created the space and opportunity for families to come and experience at campus. And for that, in our website, we do have the week stay experience weeks where families can come and experience. You have to register for that. I'll be sharing the link in the chat window to come and if you want to register for that week stay and experience campus living, campus living and community living and experiencing this open learning. So for you can come and experience how living itself can be a learning. Living itself is a learning.
Just want to add, as Pranav says, why do we always want to learn? Why can't we live also sometimes? All the time, why do we all the time stress on learning? Arey, thoda ji bhi lo. Should learn.
I have shared the link if anybody wants to just check out from the
There
website.
is a question in the chat, Leela.
Yeah, schedule of the day, right? How should there be the routine of the child? So as I shared, maybe this one, Arush or whoever is in the campus, would you like to answer this? How would you create your routine of the child? I think children can better answer this question. Are you there, guys? Aparna, do you want to share? Looks like campus.
Yeah, so we spend some time in our morning or even in the night at times to kind of plan our day. It can be each and of us have our own way of planning, and my way of planning is to kind of flow. I have a list of things which I want to do for the day, and I prioritize according to my needs. And for few things which I collaborate with others and do, I have set some specific timings for that. Other than the rest of the day, I have a list and it's arranged in order. So it's not like always a time-wise plan. I just go with the flow, like each and everything, how much of time it takes, and I move on to the next thing. But I have a list of things which I want to finish.
Yeah, I think if you, that is
And
Aparna's routine. Maybe Mishti has another routine. Preeti has.
I also want to share the routine thing and like the kind of trying to share how in last 4 years how routine things have changed from time to time every time. Like when we as a family started this open learning journey, then it was more of sitting together with our child and discussing and making plans, making weekly calendar, weekly timetable. She making hers and I making mine, and my husband making his, and then we all collaborate and think, okay, here I am available, here I'm not available. So how these things can happen and all of that. So initially, it took more time. It took more coordination within the family. Then and that is how like your day schedule goes on. Like once we decide and discuss how you plan your day and everything, and then based on that you execute your day. Then later on, with every 3 months, every 2 months, every 5 months, okay, this is not working, this is working, this is going good, this is not going good. Let's change it here, let's tweak it here, let's do that, let's do this. So now in 4 years of time, I can very like happily say that our plans are very our own plans, each one of us, and we execute our day based on whatever we want to do, and it's very free flowing, and we all are very responsible for our day, for our like whatever we are doing, whatever we are executing. So there is nothing like plan and how the day looks like. My day will look different than what Leela's day will look like, and what Ratnesh's day would look like, or what Mishti's day would look like, or what Aparna's day would look like. So all of us have different plans, different things to do, different way of doing it, and we all respect each other's space, and we all respect each other's way of doing it. So
to add to Preeti, what I would like to share is like in the open learning journey, each family co-creates this schedule that works within the family. That is what we share. We share that home itself is a space, open learning space. Each home has a different open learning space. Where as a family, like even I was Nalini here, where she has been creating the schedule with their twins child, who are 2.5-year-old. I don't remember the year. 2.5 or 3, 5-year-old she has created. So where even the 5-year-old children, even 3-year-old children knows that what is their mom schedule, what is she doing, and when they can connect with. So this kind of a co-creation will help as a family to understand what each of us are into. And that brings a lot of clarity and understanding and connection. And we know each other, how much time each one needs for each other. That is also part of the schedule, kind. What the family needs. Yeah, Madhu is asking for a hand raise. Yeah, Madhu.
So my question is like my son doesn't actually doesn't actually have a sort of discipline in his mind. Like if he is led to like when he was small, like he if he was led to, like he would get involved in say playing Legos, so he'll be in it for a long time. If he will go out to play, there he will play right from morning 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock to night 10 o'clock, like whole day and night. I really had to drag him in like for lunch and all that. So he really doesn't have a discipline. And then when he grew up, he asked me to put him into some schedule. So, but because like I had some ideas about this homeschooling and some open learning and all, so I asked him to have his own schedule, try to make his schedule, and I could help him out in creating some timetable and all that. And of course he went to a center also later on. I sent him to a center because I thought that maybe that will help him. But increasingly I saw that in the center, like he is feeling bored nowadays. For last 2 years he's saying that he's bored. Not because of any other thing, but maybe he has a little short attention span or something like that. he wants to have little more free time, maybe play time, that is. So my question is like, suppose he goes to suppose definitely I'll try this week's plan. That is, I have been thinking about it for many years since Aarohi opened its campus there. I have been thinking, and I'm still observing my child and seeing how it will, how he will, think about staying there or connecting there and all that. But my doubt is like, how will a child like him create his schedule there? Like recently, he has been also telling me, like many people, it seems that have decided. Now he is 11 years old, and it seems many people have decided that somebody would be a scientist and somebody would be some doctor and all those things. But he says that he hasn't decided, he could not decide if it is okay. So I said, yeah, like he has been changing his career stream from fire fighter till now around 15-20 career options he had. And at present, perhaps he is owning a video game firm or something. He is going to, that is what he is planning on. And then I don't know what it will go to, but it's okay. Like I'm okay with that. But I don't have that intelligence to know like how should I, if given an open learning environment, like would he just sleep, or would he just what would he do? Like he is now like he can't decide for himself. That is what I'm saying. It is at some point of time, like this Lego playing out was an option perhaps, and now he refuses. No, I don't want that. Playing is definitely an option for him, but it is not that he's a great athlete or a great football player, or not like that. Also, I will he doesn't claim, I also don't have, I'm not pushing him anywhere, but I'm trying to give him anywhere he likes. Sometimes he wanted to play piano, so 1 year he learned piano, but then he said, I'll stop, let me stop piano. Then he's good in theater, but he has some language issues here, so that's our mother tongue is not Kannada. So he says that no, I don't understand and I don't relate to if I'm not translated every time that I am being directed. So I don't want to go there. But I see there is a potential there. So like such boys, like he's afraid even to now explore. That is what I am seeing. Previously, like I would say, let us go and explore there, like he would be ready. But the last 2-3 years, I don't know, it is a set of maybe he's comfortable now at home. He wants to stay at home now. He says, I'm comfortable at home, and I don't know why. I also sometimes question my parenting, that maybe I'm so I'm very loose. I mean, I'm very open. I'm not so strict in my things. So now he has started feeling comfortable in home. So like how would he draw a routine or timetable there once he, I mean, what is your, it would not be that there is one only such child, there will be many children like this. So how do you think that they have evolved over time or grew
One
over
of the
time?
child is Ratnesh. He is ready to talk about himself. Yeah, Ratnesh, the child who was in
No.
the
If Aparna
engineering.
is there, I would like Aparna to share, because I think that is easily relatable. Yeah, but I do want to mention, you have just painted my childhood picture. I was exactly like that, and I'm still exactly like that.
Good then.
And this boy goes to engineering college and he doesn't attend the class, and he was in the library whole time reading and reading and reading and reading. Today, that child you are seeing in front of us, Ratnesh.
Yeah, Aparna, you want to share your journey, how you want to explore so many different things. Whatever you share.
Okay, so I think I'm not too complicated, but I'm complicated. Yeah. So I like to, explore a lot of things. I don't like to get stuck with one particular thing, and I'm still like that. Yeah. So I started with exploring nothing. I started with literally exploring nothing and sit simply and little bit seeing others and joining others little bit here and there and exploring little bit. And that's when my interest got more to explore a lot of other things and giving myself different types of challenges in each and everything. I like taking up challenges for myself, and yeah, I was literally exploring as much as I can. And when it came at one point, that one thing which I wanted to explore more. So because I don't till today I don't have any one passion which I want to any passion. I have interest, but I don't have a passion because uh, for me, passion and interest are totally two different things. And I told I wanted to explore arts. But when I started doing it, I felt like it was not something which I want to do, or more. It's like something which I want to do here and there, little bit. It's kind of a relaxation for me, and it's an interest which I wanted to explore very little. So I stopped, doing too much of art. Then electronics. I liked electronics, but that was also not something which I want to explore whole day. And when I reflected back, like a lot of things I've explored, what I want to do more, that's when I came up with mud construction. So I wanted to explore a lot, a bit deep in it, and that's what I'm currently doing. And still, I'm saying it's not my passion, it's my interest, and I'll explore it until how much of a time I want it, and I can. And if I don't want it, I'll stop. Yeah.
Can I just add something here? Aparna, are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, we were just recently watching Misty's portfolio about a couple of years back, and we could see like at that time she was seven and a half something, and there were so many things that she was exploring, as in what Aparna is saying, cooking, carpentry, surfing, travel, writing, reading, cycling, मतलब fitness, Malcolm, and there was swimming. I can like there's a very lengthy list. There was she used to maintain accounts at ROE, computer programming, and there's so many other things, baking, and gradually over a period of next 2-3 years now, that exploration has kind of is still on. It's still on with many things like singing and music and many things, but now she is more focused towards singing, Malcolm, so to one or two activities. So that's come naturally and organically, and we have not pushed, or neither has anybody kind of forced that on her. Based on her drive towards that thing, she has now disciplined herself to work towards that thing. So it's a natural thing, it's a very organic thing, and it's not necessary it will happen in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months, or there is no time frame to this. It could take a longer period, shorter period, it could be anything. But yeah, that's how it happens in open learning. And especially open learning allows you to explore. That's the beauty. You can actually go and taste several things, and as and when you want to try out something, you can actually then do that. So that's the beauty.
But I also want to add one more thing here that changing interest or passion at any point in time, why is it also wrong? Means we change our jobs and our whole stream of what we were doing at the age of 40, 43, 44. Then what is wrong in a child of 11 years old changing his interest? So let him explore, let him enjoy life.
No, my question was changing is not a. In fact, nothing is an issue. But point is the discipline or the interest in something. To like today, he wakes up with a thing. He wakes up with a mind of let us say, like I'm so bored. Like if I would not, if it I would not be born, then I would not have to do all these things. Like I would just a year back, he was researching all universities, like where he would study, and what he would study he had not decided, but where he would study he had started deciding. For what reason I don't know. Maybe someone he heard or whatever. And now, like he says, no, I'm not going out of this house. In fact, he has talked to his teacher in his center that next year I will just try homeschooling, and maybe if I like, I'll stay till 10th, and then from 11th 12th, because my mother won't be able to guide me, then maybe I'll come back. But if I don't like homeschooling, then I'm coming back to you. So like I don't these all things, aspects, I think I don't know what to think. Like, is it a lack of discipline, or have I not been able to put him into some sort of thinking? Should I be telling my mind? Like, I feel that if I tell my mind, then he may think on those lines only, and it may not it should not be he should not feel forced to do that.
Can I contribute something here?
Sure, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
please, Neeru.
Okay. So I'm a parent of a single child who is 14 years old now. And something from my experience is that I've been reminding myself and my child to have enough self-talk. And the medium of self-talk can be anything. It can be a long morning walk, just in company with nature, where we allow flow of thoughts. However, I prefer writing as a best mode of self-talk because it helps us to crystallize our thoughts more, and we don't go into a repeat pattern of thinking, then worrying over it. So that daily journaling has helped a lot in self-analysis, and I think for a growing child, self-journalism on a daily basis can help in understanding self, and probably after some time the child can have a nice discussion with the parent where he is able to say what where he finds his inclination and how he would like to plan his life ahead, how is he enjoying his present life, those kind of things. For parents, I think somehow I feel that parents should find a time on a daily basis to have a eye-to-eye contact discussion with the child so that we can give that kind of a in-depth time. These are just my feelings. And yeah, in order to understand the child's mind and where is the inclination going, regarding that aspect, I felt like sharing this self-talk thing.
Yeah, he does a lot of self-talk, but he's because of his he has refused writing actually, and I could not uh, somehow
Okay,
do any.
pause. Let's little zoom out. We are maybe too much thinking about the child. Yeah, can I invite you to little zoom out and just see, first of all, just pause for a moment and see this world, or whatever you call it, world, society, system, whatever you call it, how much they have disciplined our thinking to think only in one way, that this is how things should be. And now, in spite of him not wanting him, the world is already conditioned him to start thinking that he has to do like this, he has to do like that, he has to be successful, he has to reach somewhere, and so on. He's already looking at universities without knowing why he wants to go with them. I'm saying such is the power of discipline. Now, I would say, why do I want people or society to discipline me? I don't want discipline. I want to live out of my energy, my dreams, my thinking. Why do I need to be this so-called discipline? To me, the word discipline, in fact, makes me makes me feel that we have We have started living out of these manufactured concepts. Yeah. What is discipline? Yeah. And is it something which the world has to define, or is it something which is unique to me, each individual? And if that is how it is, then there's no need to call it discipline, because we are already me. And then how I live, how I grow, that becomes important. I don't know if I'm kind of confusing you more, or
No,
what I'm trying to say is that we need to really zoom out and say, why are we trying to fit the child into frames that have been created by this world? We don't need to. We ourselves, as Preeti was, I don't know who was Preeti was saying, I think, or Pranav was saying, that we ourselves have not, at the age of 30, 40, refused to live out of so many of those frames. We have decided to do what we want to do. We have changed professions, left professions. Half the country's population is housewife. I don't think they've made a wrong decision. They've taken up no profession in that sense, or they've taken up a beautiful profession. But people don't consider that as a profession. So I'm just saying, let's not get into those frames. Why? Why can't we allow the child to just grow and glow as what he is, and which he has to discover as he goes along? Right? When we leave all of these catchphrases outside, even the word routine, why should he have a routine? Why should he have a schedule? Why should he have a timetable? These are just terms. The children would automatically, I've been with children now for almost 25 years. 1999 is when we started working with children. And I think every child automatically starts thinking about himself and herself, and this is what I want to do today, or this week, or this month, or even this year, and invest into that. There is no need to motivate or plan or schedule anything. They will automatically do that in their own way. That is the in their own way is something, if we are open to, then there is no need of discipline. Yeah, let me pause.
so uh, uh, though uh, though I am open to it, but I see that like he gets heavily influenced by the peers and the people in the complex, like that the house complex that we stay in. And like I discuss with him even my weakness, because in my childhood and if I have to say about my profession and then how I went in my life, like I had not been disciplined. So maybe like somewhere I also have this key, okay, I didn't have, perhaps had I been this, then maybe like I could have done this, I have left out something, I could not think in this way, maybe that weakness I also have. So maybe now I have started thinking that, okay, does he need discipline? Like that was a question for me also. So that's a good point that Ratnesh and Aparna, like somebody, Aparna, I think you people said. So I needed a bit of clarity there. But I'm still concerned, may not be about the discipline part, but he has to engage himself. Like, is my thought like if I let him now, like he would love to stay with video games, and then he was literally requesting me like allow him to level him up in video games and all that, because in future that will help him understanding the what is the scenario of the video game industry. But he has not done much research into that. That's what I have seen. But now can we do something?
But he's talking about it in that way. Isn't that amazing?
No, but I think he's appeasing to me. That's what because I have a lot of input about how to think and all that. Somewhere I feel that maybe he's appeasing to me. I'm afraid, like I'm quite
Yeah,
I
that is where we can only invite you, that a community makes a lot of difference, because then you
yes.
interact with not just so many children, you interact with so many people of all ages. Yeah, and that is what the community has given to all of us. That is what Preeti was so excitedly talking about.
Yes.
It is not a particular thing or a particular program or a particular activity that the community gives. What the community gives is the community itself, is just the sheer people itself. And I think that's the only invitation we can uh, show to all, or rather is extend to all of you to come stay with us, experience this, and see how, what does a community do, which
Yeah.
which is not in any tangible forms, which is not a list of things, but which is a way of living itself or thinking itself.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Like if that is an open thing for this, if he has a space there, like where I am perhaps not in a position now to do it alone. So thank you for that. I think I can convince him. Like he has read the website and all that, but then he was not so excited. Today he allowed me to sit here. So because he says that if you sit, you will like it, and then you will ask me to like it and take me there, and I may not like it. It will just end up as it was, as always. So now let us see, I think.
Bindu has raised her hand.
Hello.
Yeah, Bindu.
Yeah, Leela, time check also, Leela,
Yeah,
6:27. Yeah,
6:27.
you can
Yeah.
maybe take a last
Last
question or
question.
thought.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask, as you told that we have to allow our child to grow, we have to leave them for their own thinking. But the mistake, what I did was I had disciplined her. Now, what is her situation is she asked me for everything. What should I wear? What should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? She doesn't have her own way of thinking. I ask her, you think what you want to do? You think what you want to do? She just asked me, you tell me what should I do? I will do that.
Sure. I
Now
hope
she
she's
has,
not 83 years old, no?
she is 11 years old.
Yeah. So please don't think of it as a mistake. At 11, also, it's good enough for them to start their journey of exploring themselves. And even at 83, it's good enough. So please don't worry about don't think of anything as a mistake. Just say, what is gone is past. I can only live today, and this is how I want to live today, irrespective of how I have lived behind. That's all it is all about. So there's nothing, no mistakes.
Yeah, so I want to also add, so there is nothing right or wrong in this, whether she's asking or not asking. Maybe that's her way of bonding with you or something like that. So even my daughter asks, and then I feel very awkward. Ki, why is she asking? Have I stopped her for anything? Have I done anything to her? Why is she asking like that? But she asks. So it's her way of showing love also. So I can take it that way.
Even today, I keep asking Aditi that Aditi, should we do this? Should we do that? Until my mom was there till last 1.5 years back, I used to ask her even for many things, how much, what, and all this. So it is just a way of correcting and all that. It is like that. So also, Bindu, as you are aware that this is what you are thinking, maybe now this using this awareness, what do you want to do with it? Do you want it to continue, or do you want to give her the power to decide herself and to try and do things? All that is in your hands, and you can play around with it. Yeah, nobody is a perfect parent or perfect way of connecting with children. So it's all, each one are different, and you can keep trying many different ways. Yeah.
And Bindu, it is not only with children. Even I ask Preeti, what should I do? So it happens.
+1 to Pranav.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are at 6:30. I have shared few links in the chat window. If anyone is interested to continue this churning within ourselves about open learning, we can, every Saturday we are here. Please join us. And if anybody is interested in parenting, like we do have a parenting circle every weekly on Thursday at 8:15. So if you want to be part of that journey, you can also register for the, you can also see that link. Similarly, if somebody is interested in joining Aarohi community, it could be extended at home or at campus. That link is also shared. So please look at these links if you are interested. Do join us every Saturday to keep churning about this open learning until you feel you get a kind of an understanding what you want to do or how you want to take it further, and if that interests you. Any more thoughts? Preeti, anything you want to add?
No, 6:30 already. You can close.
Yes, thank you all for joining.
Bye.
Yeah. Last 1-2 minutes. If you want to just copy the link or something for you to refer, you can copy, and then I shall end the meeting.